is an awesome kid. He is so inquisitive, and he loves math, he loves science, loves sports. He's one of these kids that, you know, like they say in school, like he should be on Jeopardy because he knows all these crazy facts about things. You know, lots of friends, just, you know, very social. But the real struggle with us was concentration, staying organized, getting his homework done. I was like pulling teeth to get his homework done. And also reading was huge. I mean, he went into 4th grade on a 2nd grade reading level. When he started 4th grade in the end of August, he was reading 47 words per minute. So while he was great with math and science, his reading was really shutting him down.
And was he aware of that he had a deficit in reading?
Oh, yes. And he said, Mom, I won't be able to keep up with science and social studies and all my other subjects if I can't read the questions. I don't know what to do. I know the answers on the tests, but I can't read the questions. You know, we would study for tests verbally, back and forth, and I'd say, okay, what is a neutron, or what is an atom, things like that, and he could tell me. But when he got the test,
you were accommodating him.
Yeah, because I'm like reading him, and he's shouting out the answer. Like I'm making dinner, and like, okay, what's an atom? And he's shouting out the answer to me. But on a test, when it was time for him to read the question, he just couldn't read the entire question. He might be able to pick out a couple words, and if he saw the word atom, you know, it starts with an A, he might think it's something else. You know, he would just, any word that started with an A was good enough to fill in, you know. So it was the reading was a real struggle.
And was that frustrating to him? Did it knock his self-esteem?
Very. He didn't want to read. He didn't like to read. He would do everything he could to not read.
Yeah.
So
did you guys try other things before coming here?
Yes. He had private tutoring. He had tutoring at UVA. No traditional tutoring really worked. I mean, it would help like a little bit for the interim, but we weren't seeing the results we needed to see. Because I'm a smart kid. I have a kid who doesn't need to be held back. He's smart. Like his scores in math and science and social studies are incredible. He's always gotten A's. But reading was the one thing holding him down. And
so when you came to learn, when you found LearningRx, and we assessed Jared, what did we find in Jared? What were
deficits in being able to pay attention and focusing, obviously with the reading, with his the speed of reading, which I knew because the school had told me that. So.
And so what was his experience like when he started, through the program itself?
Well, Jared wanted to do the program. I mean, it wasn't like pulling teeth to get him to do the program because he knew that he could do better in school if he overcame this problem. Yeah. So, he had to give up football this past fall. He had to give up baseball this spring. And we talked about those things. And I said, look, you give up a season of football, season of baseball, get under control academically, and then we're good. You don't have to give anything else up. Yeah. So he came to LearningRx every day. He was greeted by everyone warmly, kindly. The staff here is amazing. His trainer Daniel is awesome. I can't even put into words the bond that grew between them. Jared could be having a bad day, and Daniel would knew him well enough to be like, okay, Jared, what's on your mind? And get him on track for what he needed to do at LearningRx. And Jared never once complained about coming here. Never one day did he say, I don't want to go.
That's great. So how long did he do the program?
Okay, so I believe we started August, September, and we finished April.
Okay. So 6 months? Yeah.
So right around 6 months.
Yeah.
And Jared actually, when we... after he went a complete week without coming to LearningRx, like he finished up at spring break. And then after spring break that first week, he was like, I miss LearningRx. I miss going there after school. So
he had withdrawal symptoms.
He did. Yeah. I mean, because he liked everyone here. Yeah. And, it was helping him. And he knew it. And he was appreciative of that.
So tell me a few of kind of the dramatic changes you've noticed now that the training is complete.
Jared, the huge one is Jared went from reading 47 words per minute in August to, he was tested a week ago, so in April, after he finished the program, he got tested at school, coincidentally, like right after spring break, and he was reading 117 words per minute. Jared is now on grade level. His reading grade went from a C to a strong B. He continues to have all A's in math, social studies, and science. He's able to take tests and read the questions. He doesn't need special help from the teachers to read the questions to him, so he'll pass the test.
And outside of academics, what have you seen?
Yeah,
those are great. Those are great gains.
Right. Outside of academics, at home, it's no longer a struggle to do homework. He knows what he has to do. He's very organized. He knows, hey, I've got a science test Friday. I have a word test Friday. My word packet's due, and I need to do a project for social studies, Mom, and it's due in 2 weeks. And when are we going to do it? So he's very organized.
And he's initiating
that. He's initiating it. He comes in, he goes to the table, he gets his homework done.
Right.
And it's no longer pulling teeth. It's not a huge struggle. The other things that he does around the house are, he's just matured. He's gained maturity. He follows directions. He does chores. He helps out with his brothers. We have as you know, we have a big family. Yeah. So he helps out with his brothers. He's just gained a lot of strength in those areas.
And confidence?
Confidence, yeah. Jared's always been a confident kid with certain things. So like socially, he was always very confident, able to go into a room and just win everybody, you know. But he would actually look at me and say, Mom, I'm just dumb. Like, I'm just not smart. So he was confident, like, in sports. He was confident with friends. But he would hide behind, like, I'm just dumb. I just can't do it when it came to reading and things like that. Now he doesn't feel that way. He's confident when he goes to school. He knows, hey, Mom, I'm getting an A on this test. Like, he knows what's going on. So,
well, that is a great story. Yeah. So would you recommend LearningRx?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I definitely feel like it takes commitment from both the child and the parents. And so putting in the commitment, putting in the efforts, keeping your child driven and focused, which in Jared's case, I mean, he pretty much did that himself, which is awesome. But I would definitely recommend the program, and I definitely feel like the past 6 months, I have seen so much growth in my child that a traditional tutoring program could not provide.
Great. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.